A recent Android software update is creating a surge of accidental 911 calls throughout Minnesota. KIMT News 3's Brandon Cote joins us live to share the Minnesota Attorney General's solution to avoid overwhelming our emergency dispatchers. Brandon.
Yeah, Tyler, I'm in front of the Rochester's Government Center where our county's dispatch center is located. Now, the Minnesota State Attorney, Keith Ellison, is urging Google Android phones to fix the recent update of consistently tapping the phone's power button 5 times in a row to place a 911 call. Ellison says most of the 911 operations across Minnesota are being buried in accidental emergency calls. This is creating additional work for dispatchers, with them focusing more time on determining if the call is a pocket dial or a real-life emergency. Olmsted County's dispatch center is reporting a 31% increase in hang-up calls this year compared to last year, and says the reason behind the influx of calls is likely due to the Android update. Earlier today, I spoke with a phone repair employee about it.
Ultimately, their goal is to try to make it as accessible as possible. And yeah, those some initial issues. I think they'll probably release an update pretty soon to make it a little harder, maybe add an extra button on screen to prevent that from happening. But it's been happening with iPhones for years, just not as high to a degree.
A Google spokesperson is saying that the company will be releasing updates to fix the issue, but the company is also saying that if you're continuing to experience this problem, you should turn off the SOS emergency feature in your phone settings. Live in Rochester, Brandon Cote, KINT News 3.
All right, thank you for the heads up, Brandon. Now, law enforcement and first responders must respond to every call if the dispatcher is not able to confirm if the call is an accident or not, causing a strain on resources if it's not necessary. Now, Attorney General Keith Ellison is asking people who mistakenly call 911 to redial to assure the dispatcher there is no emergency.